Maladuk wanted to know how many pieces of the statue you guys had found, and you were like, just the one from Riddermound.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 1, convincing her that was the only one, because she had ordered the goblins to basically search you, since you were being a little coy with information. And you were like, no, okay, fine, we've got 1. You rolled well, convinced them that there was 1.
So they think we've got the one that came from the place we were just at with the white.
Riddermound.
Yeah, from Riddermound.
But they don't know about killing the other goblins to get this one.
No, not as.
And I assume that they're related.
They have no idea. They could be related. There's familial bonds.
Other goblin clans around?
Maybe it's Grub's parents that you murdered. I'm not sure.
Oh, Grub.
But yeah, she was incredibly impressed with the fact that you had one of the statues and announced that maybe this is it. Maybe this is where we can take on Azrael. And you've kind of created a little bit of an agreement with the orcs and goblins now, which surely nothing could ever go wrong with there. Nothing, and be
getting dicey.
I didn't have one prepared for that one.
What?
You joking?
No.
Was that just off the cuff? Oh my word.
Sick. Nice.
All right, let's get some Sirenscape sounds going. I realized with all of everything that went on, I'd sort of failed to sort of describe Maladuk, what Maladuk looked like as well. So I think now is a good. Well, she stands there with in front of you all. She stands quite tall above all of you at about 6'8". She's this big, beefy orc woman. She's broad-jawed with even broader shoulders, and she's an impressive sight with these large fangs and numerous trophies of vanquished foes covering her body. And she's got this sort of red paint, like war paint on her face. And she's just sort of standing there towering in front of you. She hands you back the statue piece, very, very delicately as well. And she says to you, just give me a minute. And she turns to the other orc leaders that are there in the cave with her in this little cavern area. And she's talking to them in Orcish. If you guys want, give me a language roll. If you're interested in seeing if you...
Nope.
Ooh. I think I'm getting the hang of this Orcish.
Both you and Christoph, you're picking up that, head back to your groups, let them know that everything seems to be moving forward, and there's a little bit of aggression back from the other orc leaders about whether or not you guys can be trusted to do this job, and Maladuk. It's all very broken Orcish as well. You don't know it fluidly, but she seems to be defending your abilities to the other orc leaders. And she sort of nods her head to them. They get down on a knee in front of her, bow their heads, get up, and leave out the north through this small sort of crack in the cave off to the north. And so we'll get rid of those two. Can we remove them?
Were they just as big as Maladuk?
Maybe a little shorter, but they were still very stocky, still very muscular.
Stonky.
They were very stonky, I would say.
Okay. Stonky. And now there's goblins as well.
Yeah. So actually, I'd say that they two of them lead off with the orcs. as well. So it's almost like each of those orc leaders had come with one little sort of orc scout to keep them safe.
Oh, they're little orcs, are they?
Sorry, goblin scouts. Scouts. Grub is ecstatic with the way that everything's going. He's sort of like clapping his hands. He's very excited, and he's running. He sort of runs past now, and he's like picking at bits of the boar that's cooking in the furnace in the back of the room. Like, it keeps burning himself, but he keeps trying to pick off little bits to eat. And Maladuk. So now that the other orc leaders have gone, she gets a bit more comfortable. There's a big table in the middle of this room, and she sits herself down at the table and beckons you all into the room.
It's not like a Sharon Stone kind of.
It is.
It's basic instinct.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely is.
Oh no! Bedtime to be a dwarf.
And the goblin, the two sort of little goblin scouts that are there as well, just flank her sides.
So what's this room like? Is it a dome?
It's just, it's a sort of a rounded cavern area. Let me get...
Is it a natural cavern, or like it's a dwarven made room? Is it like a smooth?
Has it got all the pretty shiny crystals in the ceiling again?
Yeah. So this whole place, so that the little furnace off to the sort of northeastern of this room is brick, and it's just covered in these glittering runes that you've sort of seen everywhere else, and it stretches from the floor to the ceiling, spreading its light throughout this vast hall. So it's quite tall, this, and it looks to have been mined and fashioned, so it's not a naturally occurring room that you're in. It's part of the mining system. So this was possibly a forge at some point.
Christoph?
Forge.
Christoph, can you say what the runes say on the walls and on the fireplace? Is it anything important, or is it a very sweet, like, dwarf version of live, laugh, love?
Mine.
That's good, actually.
We last session we did a check to see if I was familiar with some of the writings, and I don't think it went particularly well.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can give it another try if you give me a what was that? I'm always forgetting the different bits here.
Languages.
Myths and legends.
Mythos.
Because this is.
Yeah. Not only do I not read it, I completely misinterpret it.
You can just make up. You can just tell Mallory whatever it is you think it says.
Tell us.
Oh, right. Yes, it's coming back to me a wee bit, Mallory, but I think it sort of just says bit. This is a big room. Lots of things happened here. You know, that's just very generic, really.
Oh, okay.
Is it like labels? Is it like wall, furnace?
Yeah, a little bit like that, Wilgus. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to you, but to a scholar like me, yeah. It is like that. I didn't even mean to do that. It's so belittling as well.
Didn't mean to do that.
That's okay, because I was wondering, since the other orcs have left, and he lowers his voice, should we kill Maladuk?
Oh God!
Because her head is pretty impressive, right? I think back at Antwerp we would get 11 gold for that for sure.
At least.
You're on board, are you, Digby?
No, but I'm just sizing it up. No, we made a partnership. We could make more money by being cooperative.
Yeah, I don't like that angle of attack, Wilgus. I've got to be honest with you, man.
Well,
I feel like we'd come off second best.
Later.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Maybe later, maybe never, you know.
Christoph,
Put a pin in it.
this furnace, is this the sort of thing you use to make your glass?
Aye, Digby, it is, yes. You'd pop a wee bit of molten glass in there, blow for your life, twist it around and get your snips out and fashion it into whatever you want.
Wow. What's your most impressive thing you've ever made?
What an odd time to be asking me this, I must say. But,
I was just thinking, you know, maybe
Probably
after all this is done, we could
12-piece,
set up a
dinner
gift
set.
shop.
oh, it's a grand idea. Again, what an odd time to be
Is it?
having
though?
this chat. But yeah, but a 12-piece dinner set probably my best
Oh.
work.
And Maladuk is like, just after having beckoned you over, is just like watching you guys ignore her and the sort of tone of what's, and she just clears her throat.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
forgive me.
Sorry, we were just. I'm from a similar culture. We were just talking about your wonderful surrounds. Love what you've done with the place.
And she's like, the table in front of her is like a slab of wood on an old minecart. She's like, there, thank you.
Woman's touch.
Let me get down to business. Have you heard of any other statuette pieces? Are you following any other clues or anything?
The spiders apparently have one to the north of this place. We're thinking about going there, killing the big spider, taking the statuette piece out of its pincer-like grip.
I have been sending them to that area in the hopes that the spider is holding on to some grand treasure or piece of the statuette, but it was just a close by sort of convenient thing.
Really?
Because it could, the spider's clearly guarding something.
Exactly.
But it could be a giant fly carcass or something, like a normal spider. But what makes you think that it's a part of the 4 pieces of this ancient treasure?
Hey, we've got to look somewhere.
How about we look inside the spiders? They might have eaten it, thinking it was a little fly, and then we can cut them open and then wear them as a hat.
Maybe it's just spider adjacent. We don't even have to go near the web. It's just around there somewhere.
I wouldn't even want to go near a giant spider unless I was sure it had some kind of clue that the treasure would be there.
I remember last week now. Or last session, Maladuk was just like absolutely guessing at everything. Like the worst plans you've ever had. Absolutely no fucking confidence.
Yeah.
And it's carried through. I love it so much.
From really intimidating to what the fuck
I fucking don't know what I'm doing.
are you talking about?
She looks at all of you and she says, where else do you start? If you've got no idea where these things could be, you've got to get your men out there, right?
What?
That's
But why
fair.
would? What about all the other places in the world? Have you looked there?
We'll get there.
Oh,
Great fucking strategy. Start somewhere completely random.
Just
and aim to
throw
cover
them
off
down a
every,
pit.
Every
Could
be.
We were right
This
about
is-
Rinnemound.
Yes.
how did you hear about that one?
It was close by.
Oh,
It's a good plan. Just go after things close by.
what about that?
Can't fault it.
I suppose maybe you have a sense of these things. We saw a bottomless pit to hell. Do you think
Yes, the
there
hell
might be
pit.
one down there?
Is it close by?
Kind of.
Would
To
you
the
mind
east.
if we
Are they
took a
all
trip
located close to you, do you think?
That would be amazing. I'll be
Yes, it
honest.
would. It would. Yes, in fact, we have heard about one, rumours of one, but it's far away from here.
Are you willing to go and get it for us?
Well,
Oh, since it's far away, can we take a troop of your goblins with us?
yes,
They could act as our scouts, and then we could get it even faster.
goblin army.
Yes, please.
She's
And Grub, because Grub is very good. He knows. He knows.
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll.
Can't take much
Persuasion.
to persuade this person. Fucking
Oh,
whoa!
Dang.
look at that. That little grub, he's got a twinkle in his eye when I pointed at him and spoke to him with words out of my mouth.
I think we could give you a couple. Maybe Grub. And Grub sort of looks up excited. He's just like nodding his head. Did you want him?
Yes, please.
Do we?
The grub is great. Remember, he saved us in the thing with the...
Did he though?
He did have
And
bees.
Digby.
Yes, true. You wouldn't happen to have any orcs or anyone perhaps competent?
How about one of those big wolf things?
Yes.
Could we take a couple of wargs?
And a carrot.
She says, if you can... I think we can sort something for you. But first, I did want to talk to you about possibly a very close by statue piece.
Oh, excellent.
Okay. Yes.
Is it in this room?
You're very close. We have reason to believe that there's a statuette piece somewhere here in this mine.
And what reason is it that you have to believe that?
Well, it's very close, isn't it?
They probably haven't searched all the mine yet, Digby.
No, there's a room that we are unable to get into here, and we believe that Bothild has the answer for how to enter. But that spiteful woman will not speak to any of us.
Oh,
Oh,
the ghost.
you know, I'm somewhat of a clairvoyant, Maladuk. I've had numerous conversations with the recently and not so recently departed.
You're like Whoopi Goldberg.
Very much so.
Who is this amazing Whoopi that you mention?
She was a popular actress in the movie Ghost. I don't know if you've seen it.
Well, please,
And you're a potter.
with your ability to speak with the dead, maybe you should go and speak with Bothild, see if she can give you any information.
Hey, maybe I should, if you cross my palm with silver.
My blade is made of silver.
No, do you know what? This one's on the house. It's pro bono, as we like to say where I'm from. Law school.
And she just laughs. She just laughs. Once we rid this foul land, not this foul land, this amazing land of the foul beast of Azrael, then you will have treasure untold.
Really?
Possibly, I'm sure there's something nearby.
Completely untold then.
I like the sound of
love this
that.
character.
Would you mind also if we own some of this mine? Like, you probably got some tunnels you don't use, and we're sitting up our little empire. That would be great.
And she just like furrows her brow.
Like a cupboard, maybe.
You ask a lot. Maybe if you can deliver more of the statuette pieces, we can discuss further.
Thank you.
One thing concerns me. It's something I've heard about. The White Death that stalks these
Dun, dun,
corridors,
dun.
these watery corridors.
Is it the death part?
Yes. Yes, there's mostly that.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, could we have some assistance with that? If we're going to go and find and speak, use our amazing clairvoyant, perhaps we could use some assistance in case we encounter this monster.
What are you suggesting?
Perhaps your guards there could assist us.
Sure. Sure, go on then.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And she just turns to the the goblins and sort of gives them a shrug. Not quite sure what's in this for you guys, but look, just look after them. And
A piece of the treasure that we're going to get. That's our goal. The more assistance, the more likely we are to succeed.
2 wargs.
And 2 wargs.
What?
2 wargs, 2 grubs,
Not,
and a
not
grub.
to inside.
There's not really a lot of wiggle room down on these mines for 2 wargs, 2 goblins, the 4 of you.
And a donkey.
Bringing your donkey down here too.
Okay, well, when we leave, the wargs will be good. So, which way to the treasure piece?
Which way to the treasure piece?
Bothild lies to the west of these mines, like inside the mines. So you don't have to leave the mines and go west.
Okay.
That'd be right up your alley, wouldn't it, Maladuk? Don't have to even leave home.
Nice and
If all
nearby.
4 pieces are in here. That'd be...
Just in the back of this room.
would be
Just on the
ideal.
cupboard. It's locked.
It's in here somewhere.
A very high
I read
shelf.
the Marie Kondo book, but I never got around to it.
Digby, you remember on the way through these mines, there was like a sort of a bit of a blue glow coming from one of the passageways, giving a very ghostly glow, reminiscent of the lady at the table.
Yes, off to the west. Shall we go and see that glow then?
Go west, one might say.
Let's do it. It's my favorite cardinal direction.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, are there any torches in here that we can maybe take with us?
You'd be able to light them on the furnace.
Woohoo!
They don't have any spears. All right.
We could use this table.
The
Just light the mining cart and push it down
Yes.
the tunnel.
Set everything on fire. All right.
Are there tracks? If there's a mining cart, are there mining tracks?
That is a very good. It looks like there's not in this area. It looks like this has just been like brought in from elsewhere. It looks like there would have been tracks maybe like 100, 200 years ago. But since the damage to this mine, it's clear that the tracks have been removed along as with anything else that may have been of value.
It was an interior design decision to bring that cart in.
That makes sense.
They needed some
That'd be
kind
chic.
of thing table in there. But yeah, Grub sort of runs out of the room, beckoning you down into the darkness of the mines. Come on!
Mallory, if we do encounter this monster, will you be able to protect me?
I shall definitely try.
Excellent.
Can't say fairer than that.
Yep. Not so scared anymore. Okay.
Oh, such a good boy.
It's almost like a flip of a switch, where the bravado of and excitement of Grub getting the chance to travel with you a bit more disappears completely and back into nerves as his feet like splash down into the sort of knee-high water within the mines, and instantly he just goes quiet again, shaking nervously as he edges his way through these tunnels.
Before Wilgus follows, he's just going to wait for the 2 goblin guards. Hey! Come on.
And Maladuk sort of just gives like that little head tilt, and they're just like, and they just head off slowly, sort of stomping their feet after you.
Good work, lads.
Grub is again just like sticking to the walls as he edges past little corridors and through the mine shaft, and he's trying to pick up pace to get out basically as quickly as he possibly can. What I might do,
Can I whisper to Grub?
yeah, please.
Grub, how many times have you traversed these watery pathways? Are you a bit of an expert or not go down here too often?
Grub, like, shakily just sort of, like, turns to you with the torch in his hand, and he puts one finger up to his mouth. He's like, shh, I haven't been down here very much at all.
That's a shame. Up until now, I was kind of sticking to him like glue, assuming that he was the expert. But if he's just as, was the phrase the blind leading the blind?
I'm just gonna get a roll of a dice for a second here.
Why? No need.
What? There's like a cold breeze as you're making your way through these tunnels, back through the tunnels. Christoph, you feel like this cold breeze down your neck, down the back of your neck, and you just hear some faint voices whispering almost inaudibly in this old dwarven dialect. And all you can, the words that you're hearing, it's a very older version of what you're hearing, and you're just hearing bits and pieces that you're piecing together. You're just hearing like, help me, and then some more random dwarven in your ears, followed by, I'm sinking, the white death. Almost just like some sounds of the dead from years and years ago. Can you give me a willpower roll, please?
Me? Give you a
Yeah.
willpower roll? Oh, man. All right. $10, and I have a base 11.
Oh, okay, perfect. You just like you get goosebumps as the sounds of these whispers are heard, just inaudibly, just through the dripping of water and rushing of the sort of rippling of the water, and that you can hear all around you, and the slapping of the feet. And you're almost pushed through to fear, but you just close your eyes and push through. I don't know if you want to describe what Christoph does to shake away that fear.
I want to tap into it almost, and I want to put both my hands on the wall, particularly if there's any runes there. I want to sort of put my hands on that and just in a low kind of dwarven, like, Bothild, is that you?
And you wait. You're just listening out for any more of the whispers that you're hearing. And the only whispers that respond to you are, again, calling for help. I'm drowning. And just silent, whispery screams. And then they fade away to nothing.
I'd shake it off like Taylor Swift and move on with my life.
Grub continues. He turns around the corner, continues heading south, and stands at this intersection. The two goblins following close behind you, Wilgus.
Is this ways, guys?
They're just sort of like muttering to themselves. They don't seem nearly as fearful as Grub does. Mallory, you get to where Grub is standing, and he sort of points down to the west, down that corridor. And you can see just at the end of that corridor, just this faint blue light lighting up the stone walls.
Like it's coming out of the wall?
No, it looks to be if you're looking down that corridor, it turns right, and it looks to be like there's something emanating blue light from around that corner.
Guys, I think the lady we're looking for might be down here. Check out this lovely light show in this little side tunnel. Maybe we should knock. She probably doesn't want anyone to just barge in.
Oh yes, it's good to be polite. That's right. She's got her LEDs on.
Yes. I'm just gonna get like, I don't know, the end of the torch, I guess, and just tap it on the side of the wall. Hello. Hope we're not intruding. We're trying to find something that was lost. Hello, are you there? Hello.
Give me an awareness roll.
Okay. Nope.
You listen, you knock, and you listen out after calling out, and you hear no response. But the blue light continues to just like, not pulse, but flicker a little.
Flickering in a aggravated kind of way, would you say, or
Just a gentle,
flickering?
almost like a flickering candle, but a blue light.
Okay, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. In I go.
The water gets a little deeper as you venture into this western corridor, and Grub shows no inclination of wanting to follow you down. In fact, I think with the interactions Bothild has had with these goblins, it seems like there's a mutual hatred between Bothild and the goblins and orcs, and the orcs and goblins back to Bothild.
Just like a question, Mallard question, because I've got webbed feet, so I can like swim in my armor and it doesn't affect my speed or anything. Am I swimming like a person, or am I duck swimming, where I'm just kind of sitting on the top, paddling like mad underneath the water? Because I really would love it to be the second one.
I think I would love it to be the second one, but it's like you've got different proportions that a duck would have, but I still think it would be awesome if you did it like a duck would do, yeah.
How about if I fluff myself out
Just
because
like-
I'm getting ready?
Crossing your arms and just kind of like kicking like mad as you make your way across.
Maybe it's like halfway,
Yeah.
just kind of half submerged, sitting under the water.
So from
like
the
that.
top, you look completely normal, like you're just
I'm
floating.
just like sitting, like nicely on the water.
Yeah.
Hope no one tosses a couple of crusts of bread in. You'll lose your fucking mind.
I'll definitely beat you to it.
You will.
Come on, boys. It's not that bad.
Beware the White Death.
Oh god, that genuinely scared me. It's like you'd been possessed or something to say that.
Just another reminder, this entire journey throughout this mine is just cold. It's damp, it's cold, it's filled with so much moisture that it's created almost a haze as you're walking through. And as you turn that corner, Mallory, you see that there's like this rock chamber ahead of you, and it looks like it goes up untold meters, and from the darkness of the water beneath it, it looks like it drops down untold meters as well. And hovering, I'd say hovering. Would I say hovering? I'd say hovering. Over that is this spirit, this glowing blue floating above the water. Its feet maybe 20 centimeters above the water. And this looks to be just this blurred echo of maybe the moment that this character, this person, died. As this gaping wound between her neck and shoulder draws all of your attention from any of the other details. But it looks to be a dwarven woman.
Oh dear, are you okay? You've got a yeah. Are you all right?
She just watches. She just watches you as you stand there in the corridor.
Like, what do you call it? Treading water.
Yeah. Just perfectly floating. Just no up and down
Dabbling
movement.
around.
Everything okay down there, Mallory?
Oh yes, I found someone. And then addressing the spirit, I'm like, I've got my boys over here. We've come to see if we can help and locate a lost item. Can we help you in any way?
She just rolls her eyes and goes,
Teenager.
and looks back down at you.
Did she just give me boomer face?
She's just like, doesn't seem to be interested like at all with your presence.
Well, will you at least let us pass?
What is it you want?
Mallory, let me in, Mallory, for a wee look.
Okay, you try your hoodoo and see if you can.
What's
Your
this
diplomatic
little
hoodoo.
green squeeze I was drawing on the map showed up.
Okay. I can get rid of those.
Sorry.
Unless you
Am I
needed
meant to
those
be
there.
No. Are we meant to be seeing a character token, or is this just something that's theatre of the mindy?
I can bring the token in.
Ah, yes. Okay, good. Wanted to know kind of how far away.
Yeah, right.
Just to make sure she doesn't get a fright, I'll just be like, here's my friend Christoph. He's a lovely boy. I really think you should talk to him.
Christoph just kind of like edges his way around the side of the wall, trying to stay afloat, and then he's kind of in shock and awe, like the American operation in Iraq, at what he's seeing, and just kind of doesn't really manage to get any words out.
She's like, she leans ethereally. There's no physicality to her. Like, she's almost phasing in and out of reality in her spectral form. But she leans to try and see who it is that's turning this corner, and shows a little bit of interest before rolling her eyes at you as well. What do you guys even want?
Mallory's keeping us safe down here. Christoph is having a shocker.
There's this chain that is like from the far off into the darkness that just drops down into the water to whoever knows where, and she just sort of she holds on to it and starts like trying to play with it. Her hands just going through it, right? She's like, I am so bored of this place. I'm so bored. Entertain me. Do something.
Christoph gets out his glass sack.
Here we go.
I blew this myself. No, I didn't. My master did. Forgot me on lore for a second. Only joking.
Wilgus, you at the back, you're hearing like Grub. You're hearing Grub and the other goblins, like, interest is picked up. They're just like, she's talking to them. This is weird.
Oh yes, Christoph is very good at this. Anyway, how many goblins in this mine?
Okay, we'll cut back. Cut back to Christoph and Mallory in front of what seems to be Bothild's ghost.
Okay. Mallory is going to take out her bone duck call and try and play a tune on it.
Okay. Please.
Not bone duck call, bone duck call. It doesn't call bone ducks. It's just made out.
Right. It's made out of bone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Duck
okay.
bone.
No. No.
A duck bone.
That's exactly what Mallory will be saying. If anyone asks, she says, no, it is not duck bone.
It's just
With a long pause.
You can give me a performance roll.
What's happening down there, you guys?
We're trying to entertain someone, dear. How's your singing voice?
Not good.
Maybe you could come in and help me anyway.
I'm gonna peek my my face around the corner to see this apparition
Yeah, you're seeing.
and gasp. A ghost!
You're noticing not just that gaping wound on the neck, but sort of short, straggly hair. This razor sharp fringe has been cut like perfectly, and this rat tail like braid that is just falling over her non-eaten side of the neck. But you've also noticed there's almost a gate of sorts, or a gateway, a curved gateway leading into the area that she's standing with, and it's got a bunch of these runes like you've seen everywhere else, lighting up around her as well.
They're lighting up. They're lit. Like
They're glowing.
magic.
Yeah.
Oh, there's runes. Is it? Does she look like a teenager?
She's a young adult. I'd probably for a dwarven, she hasn't hit like middle age or anything like that yet. She would be an adult, but not in her teens.
Oh, you look about one of the ages of one of my daughters. What? It looks like you've had a terrible accident.
What are you guys even here for? Wait a minute, what happened to that duck call? Are you gonna
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes,
entertain me,
yes.
duck?
Oh, excuse me, I have a name. My name's Mallory. Hello. But Digby, can you back me up on the performance?
Yeah, I think I can attempt to. And
How are you gonna back her up with her performance?
well, I'll attempt to do a little jig. What about you, Christoph?
Underwater.
Are we underwater? Or
No, it's
how deep is the water?
It's waist height.
You could do synchronized swimming whilst
Yes.
I play the duck call. You should be able to hear it under the water.
And
Give
I'll
me
wave
a-
my
Lord of the
walking
Ducks.
stick around.
If you can give me a performance roll with a boon, please, Mallory.
Stick a little boon on it. Hang on. And performance. Come on, performance. Be my friend.
You can push it if you want.
You've only got a 5 for performance though.
Oh. Okay, I will push it.
Okay, and what are you going to take? What
I'm.
status are you going to take?
You know what? I'm going to take angry because
Okay.
this girl is giving us just a little too much attitude for someone who's dead.
Okay.
So I'll just put that there. Yes, that's much better.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Please describe your performance, both you and
Uh,
Digby.
I'm going to do. You need to lift someone's spirits. You need a good anthem. Because it's a duck call, you want something with mostly the same note in it, so it's basically just rhythmic. So I'm going to go for "Shake It Off,"
Yeah.
the classic Mallard tune of "Shake It Off" with the duck call. And Digby can be like under the water, kicking his little legs in a
No,
circle.
I'm not submerging. I'm going to splash my hands on the top of on the surface of the water while turning around. Just like I'm not adding much to this performance. I gotta say, I'm
All right.
splash, splash, splash.
She-
Yay! Keep it up.
The,
Keep it up, Mallory. It sounds good.
the scowl on Bothild's face kind of fades, and there's like a little hint, almost like a little hint of a smile as you realize she's kind of played you on this. Like she doesn't need to be entertained. You're seeing it now as she's looking down at you, almost in laughter at the fact that she's caused you guys to perform.
Too late. Mallory's into it now.
Yes.
She drops down sort of closer to the entrance to that big gateway before the area that she was standing in. She moves forward, sort of floats forward, And she says, okay. What are you here? Why have you seeked me out?
Well, yes, you say. You're mute.
You're on mute.
You're on mute. Sorry, Mallory.
You're on mute.
Sorry, had to put the duck call away. We're looking for a little part of a statue, and we thought since this is your mine and home, I'm assuming you're Bothild. Is that right? Are we?
Yes, I am.
So we thought you would be the authority to know where it is.
She sort of looks around and sort of spins on the spot as she's like thinking to herself, I might know where one is. There's lots
Excellent.
There's lots of treasures to be found down here.
Really?
Yes, the mine holds many hidden treasures. I could tell you where they are, how to get them.
Yes, please. Yes.
If you could do one thing for me.
Just name it.
Name it.
We already played you an excellent tune with a little puppy dancing in the water.
Oh, that's
What
true.
else could you want?
She just leans in and her face goes serious. Almost for a moment you can see the bonework that should have been there. And she goes, the White Death. I want you to avenge my death by killing him and bringing me a trophy.
I'm keen to kill the White Death.
And then I'll tell you how to find my riches.
So
Great.
nothing big then.
That sounds a grand deal. We kill the old pest. What do you know about the White Death there, lassie? What's its weak spot? Wait, I've seen its weak spot. Do you remember? 2 weeks ago, I saw a very, like a circular patch of skin that looked like scabies.
The entire body was scarred except for that one spot.
That's right. An unscarred spot. That were moisturized area.
If we stab it in its youthful oil of Olay laden special spot, will that vanquish the White Death?
Oh.
Was that a question there? She's just like,
It was.
Okay. She's like, just bring me proof of its demise, and I will let you know how to enter my hidden room.
What is the White Death? We've only seen a part of it. How big is it?
I could only detail it the last thing I saw, and that is its the slimy interior of its mouth.
Okay. Was it a big mouth?
She just like points to this massive gouge out of the side of her, like a massive chunk of her is missing.
Oh. Okay. I don't think we're going to get any tips. Well, how do we find it? Is it just lurking about?
It is. You might need to try and coax it to the surface.
We could use grab as bait.
Wilgus? Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, guys. I was just talking to the goblins. Interesting chaps. Big heads.
Wilgus, I think.
You know
we
what
have
else has a
someone-
big head?
Oh, what?
It's the White Death. How'd you like to go and get the head off the White Death?
Mallory, that's a great idea. It's got enlightenment sparkling all over it, and yeah, let's do it.
There's like a splash, this massive splash of sound, and Grub just goes, ah! Ah! And,
Oh my gosh! Wait, what?
and then you just hear this, I'm all right.
Grub, keep your head safe, mate. Come closer to us.
All right.
Should we go check on him?
Grub's head like pokes around the corner. He's like hyperventilating. I'm all right.
You'll be fine, Grub. We're just going on a little fishing trip. Do you want to come?
He's like anywhere but here.
What happened out there? Are you all right? Did you slip?
It's like the White Death. I
It's out here.
I saw it.
Oh, about time.
Great, you found it.
Well done.
He's just like no. It was like before. It came up. It splashed about. I need to sit down.
It's like a toddler in a bath, just splashing about. It'll be fine. Guys, did you talk to the blue light? How'd that go?
We did. Oh, sorry. We'll be back. Bothild, see you around.
And she just smiles briefly before like hovering back into the middle of that chamber.
So,
And,
should we kill
actually-
the White Death? Is that what she said? That sounds grand.
Yes.
Let's take a 5-minute break. Let's do that. Let's take
Yes.
a nice
Okay.
little 5-minute break.
Sponsored by
Oh,
Skittles.
Oh,
You
okay.
pack it, I ate them all. All right.
Max the Hyper Girl says, hello, I'm new here. Hi, Max. Thanks for joining us. We're just taking a 5-minute break. And then we'll get back into it. She asks if she can have a Skittle, but I thought, no, you've... there we go.
There you go. It's in the
That's
mail.
Cool. How's everyone enjoying that?
Woohoo! We go
Good,
fishing.
Yeah.
And you've convinced Maladuk to give you some goblins for wherever it is you go next, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And a cart.
Was there a cart as well?
And a little bit of land, I'm pretty sure.
A fiefdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll figure something out. We'll definitely figure something out. Once you figure out what's going on with this White Death and Bothild, I'm sure you'll have a better bargaining chip with
Because we'll be ghosts, so.
yeah. Yeah.
So far, what we've learned is that it seems to like the taste of dwarf.
That's true, and you do have a dwarf that you could use.
We
as
do
bait.
have a dwarf.
Yeah. It's like the
But it
preferred
also-
bait in the fishing spot.
Yeah. The biggest bite seems to be taken out of the dwarf bait.
Ah.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Max the Hyper Girl. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm sick of how Roll20 deals with Dragonbane info. It's so hard to scroll through. Like D&D stuff was way easier to scroll through.
Do you need smooth scrolling?
No, no.
Problem solved.
No.
We got the jump gate for you.
They break it up into like many different pages or things to click on for like one locale. Whereas like in D&D, you'd be like your cave document or page, and you can scroll down that one long thing that details all the different chunks, and it's all nicely broken down. But this one's got like one page for room 1, and then you've got to close that, and then you've got to bring up another page for room 2, and it's just like bouncing, and they're numbered in weird ways. It's just very hard to...
It's not broken down, it's just broken.
It's just broken. Yeah.
It's like a mini game, right? You have to play to be the DM.
Something like that. It definitely feels like that. Because there was other things I'm like, oh, I'm sure I read somewhere this thing that I need to be keeping an eye on, and now I'm just like, I got no idea where it is. So that's cool.
Donkeys everywhere.
Pretty much.
All the way down.
Donkeys all the way down.
I'd be pretty happy if the White Death was a underwater donkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
one of those You know how on the old maps they have the sea serpents, but then they have the one with the fish tail, and then it's like a horse with 2 legs and some horns or something? It'll be one of those.
Yeah.
There we go. That's pretty cool.
I was thinking like the big dog from Neverending Story, but eel version.
Underwater, just a wet dog version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys picturing when it comes to the White Death at the moment? Like, what sort of size are you guys thinking? Very small. About 1 to 5 HP.
Yeah. But just really big mouth. And dentures.
I'm picturing. God, there's a thing I want to reference, but I don't know what it is. Not quite June 2.
Tremors.
Oh, what are those
Maybe that's
eels in the Princess Bride?
Oh, screeching eels.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
not that.
Stars.
No.
It's like a slimy, gross white, kind of almost like an albino slimer.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe like 4 times the size. Maybe like a beluga whale, like an albino beluga whale.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about a maggot
Oh,
that you put in
aren't
the
they white
microwave
already?
and flakes?
A giant maggot that you
Yeah.
put in the microwave. Yep.
How many maggots have you put in the microwave?
To form
One
giant
per
one.
microwave that I need to buy again.
And have they all expanded? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's.
I do remember last time you described it as being like an eel. So if it was like a giant river eel, but it's like creepy, like salamander white, like it's never come out of the caves, that would be pretty
An albino.
I think we can admit that it's an albino sea serpent of some sort. Sure. Yeah. What do I picture? Because it doesn't really give any good. I
I
don't
was
feel
thinking
like
it'd be like a kraken or something.
Well, I tell you what, you guys haven't even really seen it yet, so you've only seen like a tail splash up out of the water. So we will,
Or was it a tail?
should you find it at some point, yeah, we can explain it in a bit better
Sorry.
detail. It doesn't really state its size very well. It just says size large. So we can play with that and figure out what large means. But let's get back into it. Max the Hypergirl says, "You guys seem so nice. Thank you."
Aw.
And right back at you, because you just said that, so that's very nice. Cool. Let's get back into the game. Let's get back. I didn't even turn the Sirenscape off during all that, so I hope you enjoyed just subtle, wet cave sounds throughout our break. Okay, perfect.
Takes me back to flooding in Arrow Valley. Am I right?
Great.
Hey, Grub, do you have a drum?
What kind of drum?
Like a musical drum. You could like get a little bone and hit on it and make lots of noise. We want to get this White Death out so we can stab it in the eyes.
I was about to say yes until you said the thing about White Death.
How about you get the drum and we'll get these new guys to play it?
Okay. I'll be right back, I guess.
Thanks, Grub. He's
What?
actually doing it.
Wilkes, while he's away, I've just noticed that the White Death seems to turn up just when Grub is around the deeper water. So we might not actually need a drum. We can just kind of dip his little legs in the water and then pull him out.
And we got a rope. He could be like a big jig or a fishing lure.
Has Shannon gone to anyone else? He's just disappeared.
Yep, gone.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sure he'll be back.
We could strap like a knife to him, like a hook, and we could all pull it in. I don't know how fishing works.
What's the best idea we've got? Well,
Can we include the drum as well, just to be sure?
is there a need to put Grub on the end of a line? I feel like we're condemning him to
I
a
mean-
death sentence by doing that.
These two new guys have got to earn their stripes. Grub's proven his stripes with the rope that saved us in Remount. So I think
we're going to earn their straps by drowning and being eaten by the White Death.
it's a tough stripe, I gotta say.
Also, just on the down low, I did keep my daggers on me.
Oh, and yeah, I'm trying to
I've
think.
got all my weapons too because Grub gave them back to us.
Yeah, Grub did manage to get you back all your weapons anyway, so that's
Oh, yes.
you should all have your weapons with you at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not as cool as I thought I was.
No, you are. You are. Let's not go that way. It's going to take a wee while. Like, are you guys just hanging out waiting for Grub at this point?
Awkwardly half forming a plan for like 20 minutes.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to roll a dice
Oh,
again.
that's not a good sign.
And well, you know, you're just hanging about in this this area. So what we will say.
Which tunnel did he see the White Death in? Is it the one that you're next to, Wilkes?
The one just south of where I am. It's the dark watered one. That's where that little fish guy popped out.
This one down here?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Wilgus, you just hear down the corridor to your just to the side
East.
there, off to the east. Just this rattling of chainmail, just loud and suddenly what seems like right next to you. Can you give me a willpower roll?
Yes, I can. Because all I need to do is click on it. Yes. Ugh.
Okay.
That reminds me of the time I got stuck in my chainmail, but then I got out.
I think instead of being afraid, you like reach for a weapon of some sort and turn to the east to see what was down there. And you look down there, and the light from the torch is sort of flickering around, bouncing around, but you don't see anything. Especially anything as close as that sound seemed to be, and it seems to just be like an echo from time gone, from the dead within these mines. There's a few torches that are lit at this point. Who's got a torch at the moment? I know Mallard
I've got a lantern.
Okay, well I need to get just a D6 from everybody who's holding one. So that'd be Mallory and Digby with a lantern, I guess.
I get a 1.
Cool. No, you're all good. Both.
Is a 5 okay?
5 is okay. You do if you roll a 6, your torch goes out, so you're fine. You're fine.
Oh.
Time passes, about 15 minutes pass, and Grub, you see the flickering of light to the south as Grub turns the corner, and then with this makeshift drum hung around his neck, he's like stops and starts sidling up against the wall again, slowly, like panicking. He's like, I hate it down here.
Oh, thank you, Grub. Oh shit, who's that?
Oh.
Hardy, how did you get here?
What?
The
Finally!
drum! Hardy's the drum, everyone!
Real
It's
help.
it's Hardy's face pulled over a small drum.
Oh no!
Grub, how good you?
Oh, wow.
You're the drum death, Grub. Why would you do that?
Wilkes, take notes for later. You can also make a drum.
You're... Oh, Mallory upstairs, I think. But my enlightenment list it is. But hey, new goblins, you see this Grub guy? He's just got a drum, and I would like you to take it down this hallway with the rattling, and you'll know what to do when you see it. All right.
Inspiring.
You might need to
Okay.
be. They're like looking at sort of Grub and you. We're just here to make sure you're okay. To help, right?
Helping, right? And we're going to kill the White Death. So take the
Yes.
drum, bang on it, go down this corridor to my east. Thank you, Mr. Goblin number 1.
He walks over and grabs the drum off Grub, puts it over his neck, and sort of makes his way slowly splashing through this water. And he gets maybe 8 meters from you, and he turns around and gives you a shrug.
I've got my knife ready. Start banging on it.
And he looks around and starts doom 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 on this drum.
He's good.
We'll just look to the other goblin and be like, this guy's pretty good.
And he looks back over his shoulder to you and just slowly starts walking a bit further into the darkness of this area, banging the drum, doom 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 doom, and he's slowly moving further away from you and the light, any sort of light source that you have, and into the darkness, and just doom 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 doom, and you can hear his feet sort of splashing, doom 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 doom, and there's just this big splashy, this turning over of water, and just and that drumming, and in that darkness you just hear the splashing of water, this tossing around of water everywhere, and it just gets a bit more hazy in the tunnel from what you can see, and just the beating has just stopped completely.
He was really getting into it there.
Do you have a second drum?
We just have to wait for the drop.
yeah.
So good.
It's building. It's building. Any moment.
And now it's just quiet. There's no sound coming from down.
Wilgus is going to use his special intuition ability, consuming 3 willpower points for the first time in this campaign.
Oh, yeah.
To determine if he died.
Oh, I mean, that's...
Wow,
you think about it for a bit. You're thinking about the sound that he was making, the water. You think there might have even been a bit of a scream there at one point. He's dead. Yeah, you think he's dead. You put it together. It costs a lot of brain power to put that together, but you think you've done it.
What was that ability called? Obvious. Putting 2 and 2.
That was...
You could have procured that.
Oh, hold on. I've seen this thing. The White Death. Could I use my hunting instincts on it?
What do we do here? You can...
A creature I can catch the scent of as my prey.
You can follow it.
This is the same thing we did with the white.
Yeah, this thing being underwater, I mean, it's... I'm going to probably say this is one of the few things you wouldn't be able to track. Any scent
Right.
Would be sort of... There'd be a bit of a scent of it throughout this entire mine, I guess. Yeah, and until it raised its head up, there would probably be no... You'd hear it anyway, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to say, don't worry, I don't think this is going to come in too handy.
Yeah, right.
What does it smell like?
The whole cavern system is just really it's like mildewy. There's goblin stench in here as well.
Crab sticks.
Crab sticks. It smells like
but what is
microwaved crab sticks.
But when the White Death kind of emerges, is there any kind of pungent, additional weird odor? Headache?
If you want there to be, you can describe its smell if you would like to describe its smell.
Have you ever opened up a tin of sardines?
Yes.
I think that's what it smells like.
Just like in tomato sauce, that kind of tomato sauce.
No. Just in the
sauce.
clear broth.
That tomato saucy. It's got a little bit of spicy, like pepper.
No. None of
The
that.
Italian herb one.
Spring water.
Spiced meatballs.
It smells like an Italian restaurant when it emerges from the fucking water. Ooh, what is that, basil?
Garlic bread.
We're so scared, but suddenly we're so hungry.
Oh, they make you fill up on the rolls.
Mamma mia. I smell of the way to death. It smells delicious. The reason I asked is because I wanted to know if we could tell that the White Death was about to emerge by the introduction of, like, you know, I can smell it coming.
I'd say that.
It's bad enough being down in this load without you bringing that up.
If it wasn't fully submerged, like it might. What we can say is the moment it surfaces, the moment it breaks open the water. That doesn't make any sense. Once it breaks the surface of the water, then maybe there will be a heightened smell of that sardine, Italian herb sardines. Someone in the chat says, since it's a Swedish game, and it is a Swedish game, it should just smell like surströmming. That instantly makes you all want to throw up just the moment it surfaces.
You're supposed to open that underwater, aren't you? The can.
Yeah.
Well, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
We'll be opening it underwater, all right. Opening its head up.
Yeah.
I love your thinking, Christoph.
So you're down one goblin.
Just to take stock, Grub's gone to get a drum. We've given it to one of our 2 goblin guards. He's gone down the murky depths of this hallway. The White Death's eaten them. And we're basically back to where we started, except minus 1 goblin and 1 drum.
But now the White Death is full. His tummy is chock-a-blocker with... He's full, so he's not
What
really
an
hungry.
assumption that is.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty smart.
And he has definitely he's used his intuition, so we know that the goblin is dead. So we shouldn't be listening for a drum approaching us like a ticking crocodile.
Yeah.
There won't be any like boom 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 coming up to the surface of the water.
No, because he's dead.
Yes.
I think
I thought he had survived the vicious attack, and the stopping of the drum was purely because he couldn't be fucked anymore. But Wilger says,
we want an encore. You have to clap for the encore, don't you? I think we're just prolonging our own demise. Is that what we're doing? Should we go down there?
Kill this thing.
Right.
Should we rush him?
Executive decision.
Mallory, lead the way.
Mallory is taking out her trusty rope, and she's doing what she did at Riddermound, and she's tying it around her waist. And she's like, boys, take the other end of this.
Yes.
I'm going out for a little paddle with my duck call. We'll see what I can get. I'll have my dagger ready. Either pull me to safety or fish up the White Death.
Either one. Do you have a preference?
I prefer option 1. Thank you.
All right.
But,
someone keep Wilgus away from the rope.
You're a wise man, Christoph. I gotta admit that. I'll stand next to our other goblin.
Oh yes, get the goblin.
And the goblin just like
as well.
The goblin's just like side eyeing you. He's just like,
I want you to imagine a plan that you can't comprehend. That's what we're doing.
Grub, do you have a keyboard this time? Maybe we can send the whole band down there.
Do you have a synthesizer?
Yeah.
Grub's stomach just suddenly just goes grr, 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 like this, makes rumbling hungry sounds. And he's just like,
Oh, here it comes.
What?
The hunger calls.
he's just his stomach just starts just like rumbling. He's hungry.
I think we should talk
Not
about this.
now.
Grub. You shouldn't be hungry.
Have you guys got the rope? You're holding on?
Yes.
Yep.
Anchored?
No,
Is
not
there
anchored.
is there anything to like tie the other end to, maybe like a pillar or something?
There would be, we will say that there is something that can be tied to. Maybe just in this little sort of broken area behind Wilgus. There'd be a
Excellent.
rock.
Just pause. Are we
Yes.
rushing into this, Mallory? You're just sort of tying yourself to a rope and going out there and hoping that this band of fuckwits will somehow pull you back to safety, even though we've demonstrated no abilities so far.
I have full faith in you boys. How can you prove
That's-
yourselves if you're not given the chance? So
Can I get just an awareness roll from everyone? This is like
Band of
this is-
fuckwits.
Can I get an awareness roll from the
Save
band?
you.
from
This
the
is
band.
just as a means to maybe listen out or absorb things around you to see if you can figure out where it might be.
Success.
Ooh,
Oh, I got a
Think
one.
about hardware.
What?
He's on MDMA, so
That looks like all of you passed, right?
Yeah.
All of you passed, but with Digby and his heightened senses. So all of you are very aware that that area off to the east seems to still be active with some kind of tossing about of water, just still moving around. Whether it's death rolling this goblin or doing something to this goblin, it is still somewhere off to there to the
busy.
east. Digby, with a roll of a 1, while you're concentrating on your surroundings, the sounds, the sights, the smells, you suddenly realize why Grub's stomach may have rumbled, as that smell of that like roasting boar is slowly making its way through into the mines. The one that was roasting in the area with Maladuk.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just something that's added to the.
So that's
all
my
your
roll of a
senses.
1. He's getting hungry because he can smell the boar. I didn't expect it to be that. Now I know why you're hungry, Grub. I've put it all together.
Do you want me to help you with that, Digby?
Yes, sure, yes, there's a rolling monster that's still feasting on the goblin over there, but the important thing is your tummy.
he wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't leading to something. I don't think it's just like you
what's-
divine that it's nearing lunchtime.
Yeah, you like boar, don't you, Grub?
He was picking at it earlier. So that does.
Hey,
That does
He's a
add up.
fiend.
it's possible.
Fiend for the boar.
Why don't we go and get that boar and put that on a rope and lure it out? That thing might really like boars like Grub does.
Well, if you want to
Well
play it
played.
safe.
Well played, Dungeon Master. You
Okay,
really
let's do
had
that.
to take the water to the horse on that occasion.
Thank you for your generosity.
It's okay.
Look,
We've already got Mallory
We do
there. Let's just go with the plan.
duck, boar, it's the same, right?
Like, I'm here already. Plus we're here.
Dungeon Master's thinking, how can I fucking save them from themselves?
Going to die immediately, yeah. They're going to pull
I
back
am-
a duck skeleton.
I am okay if you want to utilize Mallory as the bait.
No, we'll go
I'm
with your
totally-
plan, Reagan.
Do you guys prefer roast bait or stabby bait?
Roast. Well, let's do roast because while it's busy, it's rolling around there. Let's do it quickly while it's still in the same location. So let's
Excellent.
run. Let's do it.
Off
We
off
did
you
it.
go, boy.
Yeah, we-
Fetch.
It's done.
Oh, Wilgus will lead the other goblin who's alive back towards the roast.
Oh, okay. So you're taking this goblin.
Yeah.
All right. You sort of like wave this goblin behind you, and he's running back, looking very happy that he's leaving this mining system and heading back to Maladuk.
Maladuk, we're just going to borrow the boar. Don't worry, we'll bring it right back.
Okay. She doesn't have like a chance to react as you force this goblin to like grab and manhandle this like giant boar that's still like burning hot out of the thing, and he's just like gives Maladuk like a pained look, and Maladuk just like nods as both Wilgus and the goblin and the boar head back into the mines.
Good work, Larry. Let's go.
Maladuk's like, you could have taken the uncooked one.
Oh, yeah.
Too late.
So, like,
Too late. All right. I do want to say, if you want to put Mallory on a rope and push her into the water as well, that's totally, you can do that.
Hey, are we able to poison this thing like we did with... Has anyone got poison?
Oh, the sleeping potion trick.
Yes. Do we have anything like that?
Do we have any more of that sleepy potion left?
I've got lamp oil.
I think you had like some. And there's no telling if it would work on something the size of this creature.
Oh yeah, the bats were quite small.
How about we stuff it with knives?
I've got a spare
You
knife.
mean I wear the ball like a costume and then stab it from the inside?
No, like we put sharp objects, like a giant hook, if you will.
Okay.
And then it bites down on it and we reel it in. No.
Larry,
No, it sounds
You're
good.
just feeding it? Okay. Let's do that. Goblins, you must have a knife.
Yes.
It's like burly. It's just to get it to.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that goblin has a really nice pointy helmet. That's quite big.
yes. Or just poor diet over a long period of time and the White Death will die. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh, we feed it too much sugary treats.
Right. Skittles. We could take some kind of piece of dagger or sword, not any of ours, but we could take it back to the forge, heat it up, and I could beat it into a hook. Because I'm a master blacksmith. I could actually make us a really good hook.
Okay.
How long's that
I
gonna
like
take?
this plan.
Oh,
We don't have to play it in real time.
He's a tradesman. We have
Excellent.
to come back
I'll
tomorrow.
be there next Tuesday.
We can do this. Why don't you detail sort of like what this looks? Do we need a roll or anything for this? What's probably not. If you're a master blacksmith, making a hook should be pretty
He's
simple.
just bending their sword, isn't he?
Would you make Picasso roll to paint a picture of someone's face?
Probably not. I think probably not.
It kind of looks like he did.
And failed.
Why don't you talk us through what Christoph's going to do then?
Well, pretty much just what I said, really. I think I'll find like an old short sword lying around, head back to the fire with Maladuk, and just say that I need to fashion a weapon in short order to protect ourselves from the White Death. I don't want to say too much about, we've struck a deal with Bothild or anything.
Cool.
I'm saying I need to, make sure that our crew's safe, and we're going to try and take care of the White Death while we're down there and give you guys better passage through these paths. I'm making all this conversation while I've got the sword in the fire and then out, and then just beating it with like a brick or a stone or something in front of Maladuk.
Like she's asking you questions about why after going to see Bothild, why is this the thing, and you're keeping some of those details away from it. I will get you to do a bluffing roll.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, am I really bluffing that? I'm not trying to lie to Mamaduk. I'm just trying to not spill my guts. That's all.
But I mean, yeah, she's asking you questions about like, what was the what happened with Bothild? Are you telling her what happened, or are you not telling her what happened?
I'll say we had a little chat. I'll say we didn't get much out of her.
Okay.
And,
okay.
we're forced to entertain.
Okay.
We're
Give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. All right. No vocal range. Wow. That's got to be some kind of record. Haven't I just rolled a 1?
A 2.
Oh, sorry. I rolled all the way down. That was the person before me.
Okay. So you needed a 12, you rolled a 2. So everything you're telling her she believes. She understands.
Hook, line, and sinker, ironically, some might say.
She's honestly amazed that you got anything out of her at all. But is also amused that she got you like dancing and performing for her.
Yeah. All right. I kind of beat a sword into a hook-like shape and give it that kind of sharp bit that goes back. That means, barb. So when it goes in, it's not just going to come free again.
Cool.
And then I also just grab something heavy to use as a sinker.
Yeah, there'll be
Maladuk.
Another goblin.
I was just thinking a piece of rock, but
yeah. You can find. There's definitely rocks of the size you're looking for, just within the mining system there.
With a neat hole through the center.
Perfectly. Was that roll for anything specific?
I wanted to see how nicely I crafted the hook.
Oh, what are we rolling
Not
against?
very.
13 out of 13.
You
I
got
was just kind of doing it for flavor.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say
reminds me of Blacksmith. I think people are unimpressed at what I've turned out. It's functional, but it looks like shit.
All right. Okay. It's still a successful hook, though. It absolutely is a successful hook. Cool. You bring that all back to the group, or the group is going with you. You've reconvened at this area of this the mine.
I've got your hook. You can put your bore on that, and I've got your sinker. That's going to keep the whole apparatus under water.
Great work, Christoph. It looks good. I don't know how to fish. Maybe someone else can help.
I've had some experience with the fishing. So she unties the bit that went around her waist and ties it to the giant hook.
Cool. Give me a hunting and fishing roll, please.
Oh, come on, hunting and fishing. Come on.
With the giant boar on the end, that's got to be a bonus.
Oh, I forgot to tie it at all.
And you can't even push a 20, unfortunately. This was more about flavor, about your expertise. I wasn't gonna.
You're not just throwing the hook in without the rope.
just throws the
I've
hook,
done this before.
throws the hook at the stone wall. Bonk.
Throws it down the hall, but the rope goes
boar.
taut, and then the hook and the board just carry on into the darkness.
You're attached to it, yeah.
Oh.
I like the idea that you're like, I've got this, and you like swing this rope with the boar and hook and just launch it down the hallway, and it just like thuds on the stonework and doesn't even get to the deep water. And that's
I go like this.
Is it like a pocket
See-
boar?
I think it made it.
It's this massive. It's like a 40-kilo. No, it's a decent boar. I mean, unless you cut a piece of it off to make it easier to launch down the hallway. But let's say you walk to go pick it up, because you haven't even found down this hallway. None of you had ventured far enough into this hallway to even see where the deep water is yet.
Oh, I thought it was like at the entrance of this hallway.
This area here is kind of just shallowish water.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. Maybe that was the confusion. That's that nat 20 just like splashed it right into this shallow puddle.
It's like, oh, it's very buoyant. Just sitting on top of the water like that.
It might be pumice.
But so
Okay,
just
so-
in front of you, there's just the light from your torch is sort of just this corridor is just venturing off in front of you. Still darkness way off, maybe 8-10 meters ahead of you. And as you slowly move your way further, you come across a big chunk of rock underneath some of the shallow water has just been, it looks like it's been bitten off completely. And there's like a hand and a drumstick left floating in the water. And in front of you, the water just darkens and clearly drops deep. And there are still ripples on the surface of the water in front of you.
Oh, guys, it looks like we're more trying for a sort of ice fishing situation. Yes, that is why my casting was a little off.
This
Is it frozen?
No. I mean, like someone's. There's a hole that's been chipped through the surface, leading to deeper water.
Oh, all right.
See?
Yeah, and it looks to be this maybe 2 to 4 meter wide gap that just drops down into complete darkness.
Okay, so we're gonna gather up the rope and the boar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad my test throw was a success.
Perfect.
It stayed on the hook.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll tie it to some of the rocks. Anchor it in the rocks to the north and
Sure.
try again.
Yeah, there's like heavy rocks sitting in there. It's like part of that tunnel had just collapsed, so big slabs of rock that you could absolutely loop this rope around.
Great. So we'll do that. And yeah, take 2. Shall we try again?
Perfect. Don't need to roll on this one. You just can drop
Oh, what?
it. Again, if you want to risk another.
I'm fine.
I think this one doesn't need to have a rope. You're right there. You got the rope and the hook, and you just let it go, and it just splashes.
Give it a little jiggle.
It's a decent rope with this massive bore on the end, and it slowly sinks down thanks to the weight that Christoph had fashioned onto this. And it slowly starts to sink, and it's not long before it just completely disappears into the darkness. And there's like a moment as the rope starts just continuously feeding down into the water, where there's like a pause. There's like a pause where it stops feeding into the water.
Oh.
And then just with one giant pull, the rope just goes taut. And you see turbulence in the water, on the surface of the water, as this rope sort of moves from one side of this gap into the water across to the other side of the gap. And then it goes loose for a moment. And slowly surfacing.
Reel it in, yes.
You see like a bulge in the water surface in front of you before it opens up, and this thick, wide-bodied, flat head of the sea serpent with these milky white eyes and 3 curved horns coming out of its face, with this hook, this sword punching through its the side of its mouth. It comes up and it just lets out this intense guttural roar that just reeks of death as it
sardines
and
Italian
surströmming, the Italian herbs, a little bit of that tomato sauce, as it launches out to try and attack Mallory. We are going to
No.
Get back, Mallory.
I can't believe I didn't even get to say any great fishing cliches like it's not called catching. Or few nibbles today. Anything like that.
What I might do, just so I can help you guys with initiative cards, can I make reveal that? Can I do that?
Ooh.
It should be like a little area, little box area.
Yay.
Yeah, that's it.
And how do we?
Box area.
If you maybe can you guys
on
all
the map.
see that on the map?
Yep.
On the map, yes.
I'm just gonna
It's
put-
below where I am.
I'm just going to put more of your tokens so you can put your card under your token.
Duplicate. A double.
You add a light source in there too.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can totally do that.
Whoa.
There you go.
You're all here.
source.
Where's that?
Can you guys all see that now?
Yep.
What's happening?
Oh,
I
To
don't
the
know.
south.
Do you
no,
see
it's
characters
got a
in there,
little grey
Shannon?
box.
I just
Yes, I can
rocks.
see all of you.
What?
You guys can't see stuff?
No.
Shannon's VIP.
Oh fuck! I've drawn a load of cards.
Okay. All right. All right. One second. I'm just going to recall.
So easy.
I'm
And
just
they're
gonna
all moving at once.
I'm going to recall all the. Can you guys see your tokens in that area?
I can't.
No.
No, only when I click on. So I clicked and dragged, and I surrounded that light
Oh, now I can see it.
area.
Thank you.
And
One second. Here we go. I've got you guys. I got you.
I see it now.
hey, here we go.
Thanks,
I
boss.
gotcha.
Yep. Yeah.
You as well.
Whoa. Okay. Yes.
All right. So you can drag your just one card.
One for now.
One for now. And I'm going to grab a couple of cards for Mr. White Death.
There's 3 4s. Is that normal?
No, that is
It's random.
okay. No, that is not right. Let's try this one more time.
Yeah, just try it again. Let's try it again.
And I'm just going to shuffle.
Oh,
Shuffle
so you
all
need to
the
copy
fours.
paste.
Okay, let's just to make sure we're not all grabbing at exactly the same time. Digby, do you want to grab a card?
I will. I've grabbed 1 and I got a 8.
Mallory, can you grab a card?
Hui. I got a 9.
Christoph,
6.
Wilgus.
I got a 7.
You guys got a lot of late
6,
cards.
7, 8,
here.
9.
7, 8, 9. And they got a 5.
Lotto, isn't it?
4.
This is so random.
5, 6,
It's
7,
unbelievable.
8, 9.
Two for us, Steve.
That
How are you shuffling this deck?
it did come out 8, 9, 6, 7, 5, 4. So that isn't like in any specific order. That's
Yes.
um.
Just random that they got the 4 and a 5, isn't it?
Oh look.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Jesus Christ. We're gonna do it one more time.
Wait, why are we
I'm
doing
gonna
it again?
shuffle
Oh, shit.
because
Doing shit.
yeah.
Roll for awareness. See if the DM is playing us.
Well,
Alright.
I pulled out the card and
Sorry.
it was like enormous.
All right. Are we
I
good?
got a 5.
Okay, Christoph, you got a 2.
2.
All right.
What are we
Wilgus.
doing again?
This is combat.
That's better.
Yeah.
I got a running
Yeah.
little eye.
Honestly, they did look like they came out in a very strange order, but 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, okay. At the top of
This
the
looks like
order, there is Wilgus. You've stepped back. You've held back while all of this has happened. What are you going to do?
Wilgus is going to rush back to his army. Guys, we need you at the front line. Follow me. Let's go and kill this thing.
All right, I'll grab a card for the goblins as well then.
And he's going to rush forward with his troops.
Okay, cool. Next up, Christoph.
I've got that magic warhammer.
Okay.
And I'm not sure I ever added it to my character sheet properly though. I don't think I knew how.
I think I added that in for you. I made some changes to your character sheet to make sure it had the durability and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will strike out with my warhammer then. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good, I think.
Shit, yeah.
What have we got there? Needed to roll a 14. You rolled a 6. Damage of 13. Please describe
Whoa.
what happens while this creature's
Game
head is
over.
surfaced and is roaring.
I try and aim for its shiny, smooth bit of skin, the only bit of non-scar tissue on it.
That part at this point is underwater at this point. That was very much on its
It's
tail.
convenient, isn't it?
It
Okay.
is.
Just reach around.
Yeah, I'll just go for its bloat. I don't want to give it a reach around. I'll just reach for its bloated gut, and
What-
try and hammer it.
What I could do, if you want, you could roll again. We take the highest number of the two, and we can time it for when the tail it comes up, basically.
Nah,
No?
I really like the I mean, 13. Like it's a generous offer, but I think 13's such a good damage roll that I wouldn't want to jeopardize our party's success by trying to put my own ego first. That's
Okay.
I'm such a selfless.
And that's for everybody. If you want to try to attack the tail,
Oh, it's for everyone.
but you got to do it with a bane because you know that it's there. You know that's where the sort of weak point is. But you've done 13 points of damage.
And that's the end of the White Death.
That was it. It's easy. It's a very easy fight.
Great.
Okay, cool. Over to Mallory. The whole head just like with the warhammer as you strike it.
So it's like still got its mouth open at me. How close is it?
It's very close. Like you're within striking distance of it.
Like with a dagger.
Yeah,
It
it is
too
like
close for a bow. Okay.
you can see the boar in its mouth.
See the boar. How big is the mouth?
I would say the mouth itself would be close to 1 meter wide.
Close to a meter wide. That's huge.
Just wide.
But not not quite big enough for what I had in mind. Okay, I'm gonna try.
You make it bigger.
Well, it's a 1 meter 20. No, what did you want to do to it?
No, I was like, if it was big enough, she might just have a moment of madness, jump into its mouth, and stab it through the brain from the inside. But if it's only like 1 meter, it's like trying to jump into an air vent duct.
You could dive
It's
into
not-
his
it's-
mouth if you wanted to.
with my little legs kicking out of his.
I mean, it's pretty wide. It'd be like a paddling pool or something.
But it's only
Probably
5
not.
centimeters high.
Yeah,
It's a very
it's
tight
wide.
mouth. It's wide
It's-
but
it's
tight.
like- diving into a post box.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Do you think I could stab it between the eyes, like how you kill an octopus?
You can try.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna try, and I'm gonna do it ill-tempered, just so I can get that boon on there. Baboon.
Keep that boon on there.
Chuck a boon on.
Chuck a boon on it.
My dirty old bone.
Boom, boom, boom. Where's my dagger? There's my dagger.
And get a
Oh,
boon to the... Okay. So yeah, roll with a boon.
roll with a boon. Oh! Success!
Nice.
Damage.
That's a lot of damage for a dagger.
What the heck? What? Oh, you got
10.
you rolled a D8 and got 8. That's great.
Yes.
Cool. That is detail that attack for me. You don't blind in it, but you do manage to strike true and get 10 points of damage on it. So what does that look like?
Yay, it might be kind of like she's like trying to jump on top of its mouth with one hand and then plunge it in between where the brain should be.
Okay.
Because she's a hunter, so she's pretty sure like where it's supposed to be on a fish.
Yeah.
It's like,
As you like bring that dagger down and it's like thrashing. It's bringing its head really close to the roof of this cave with you still sort of like grabbing onto it. Doesn't smash you into it, but it definitely comes close. As
I'll
it's
be
like,
holding on to one of those horns as well. It's just like,
great. So for right now, you're on top of this creature, yeah?
yee-hoo!
Cool. Who's up next? Digby.
Okay, Digby is going to attempt to hit it with his sling. This fail.
That was. Have
Which
you
is
got
very-
have you got a condition or
Oh.
something at the moment?
Push.
Yes, well, I have one on agility,
Ah,
so that must,
must be
be.
from
Oh,
last.
damn it!
so yeah.
We haven't had a rest, I suppose.
Correct. You could push it if you wanted to get another condition and try again.
Yeah, all right.
What condition are you going to give yourself?
Paraplegic.
Strength. Exhausted.
Okay, okay.
18
That is not enough.
and a 5. So both of those times I would have succeeded. Oh well.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. And
No.
the ammo you use, just with the amount of thrashing around this creature's doing now with Mallory on top of it, it's a hard target to hit.
I think I'm just not very good at it.
Okay. New to it. It's a new thing. All right. It is the creature's turn. I just roll a d6 and I take a look at what this creature does. The creature just rises high up above the water. dropping you down onto the surface next to the deep water Mallory. And it just drops its body down on top of both you and Christoph. So it's like a big chunk of his body is now on the surface of the rock. But in doing so, I'm just going to roll for damage here. 10 points of damage to both of you, bludgeoning damage, as the weight of this creature just slams down onto both of you. The head of the creature, what I will say, the head of the creature is now over, basically on top of Christoph. And in front, right in front of you now, Digby. It is the goblins' turns. What do the goblins have on them? Let's have a quick look.
Harpoon guns.
They've got, actually, one of them's got a short bow that he's caught up in it. It's like this is amazing. He's never seen this creature in so much detail, and he just quickly grabs the short bow. He's going to roll with a Bane, unfortunately, simply because of the fact that Wilgus and Digby are in between him and the creature. So he's rolled a 17 and a 13, so rolled a 17. So the arrow just hits the side of the mining shaft and deflects off into the darkness. Grub, does Grub have anything? Grub also has a short bow and follows suit with the same thing. He's also going to roll with a Bane, rolling a 12, unfortunately needing a 10. So these two arrows just, Digby and Wilgus, you hear dink dink as these two arrows hit the rocks each side of you. And with a final turn for the initiative order is the creature one more time. And we've rolled a 6. The creature wraps now almost fully starts rapping almost fully on the surface of the water now. Its tail whips up out of the water and starts wrapping around. I'm going to say it's going to be Digby at this point, with Mallory and Christoph underneath the body at this point. The tail whips up over and around Digby and starts squeezing the life out of Digby.
Terrible idea.
It is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
Minus your armor.
Oh yeah, minus your armor. Don't forget for the other two as well to take off minus your armor off that.
Because I only have 9 points of HP total, you know. So
Whoa.
9, 10, 11, 12. Right. So that's
so that puts you into a broken state then.
Does it?
So are you down to 0?
Because it rolled double sixes, didn't it?
It did roll double sixes.
It rolled maximum damage. So
it did. So what? How much HP do you have?
Well, I think it's taken off 7. Is that right?
What's your armor?
It's 4.
So it'd be 8. 12 minus 4 would be 8 damage that it takes off.
Oh, so I've got 1 hit point left.
Oh, I see you're still alive. So this thing does not let go. I will say it is the next time that it is your action, you will get an additional 2d6 worth of damage. You cannot move. You cannot perform any actions that require body movement except trying to break free.
You wouldn't need strength for that, would you?
You do. It requires a strength roll, but others are able to help. And with Digby, with Mallory and Kristoff flattened underneath this creature, and Digby slowly getting all of his life crushed out of him. Wilgus and the goblins just look on with horror on their faces, and we'll come back to this next week.
No, save the papa.
So it's probably good that we did. It's probably good that we did change those initiative orders around.
Yeah. Wait, how much damage did you say it will do next time?
Another 2d6.
Oh, okay.
So lucky you got that good armor, dude.
Wait, could I
Well,
survive a
yeah.
2d6?
If it rolled a 2.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, only
If it rolled 2 1s, you'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do the XP, the experience stuff. Let's see if we can get this. Hopefully, end on a near-death state. Did you participate in the game session? Give yourself an advancement mark. Did you explore a new location?
Yes.
The inside of a...
You have. I'm going to say you haven't explored a new location today. You're still within Bothild's load. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
The drummer boy.
He was-
We defeated him. Yeah.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? Yes.
I take little Dicey
the
on
ghost.
on my duck.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll give you guys a yes for that. And did you give in to your weakness?
All right, there's no time for
I
naps.
was about to tie a rope around my waist and dive in recklessly to stab a fish.
That
Does
is.
that
I will give you that. You had to be talked down from that, so that's fair.
talk down from it?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Adam with Kristoff. What are we looking to hopefully upgrade today?
I'm going to hopefully upgrade evade. I've currently got an 8. And I get that to 16.
Nice.
But I'm gonna try and keep persuasion climbing. It's come up a few times. I've got a decent score already, but
Cool.
I've got a 12, and I do not manage to do that. And the other thing I want to keep pushing towards the promised land of 18 is hammers. It's hammer time.
Yeah, you can start rapping.
But not for me. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Shocker.
Just evade this time. Digby.
Oh, okay. I've got awareness, knives, and I really do want to do healing, although it's already pretty good. No, I won't do healing. I'll do languages. Okay, so with awareness, I have a 15, and I rolled 13. So that's nothing.
Oh,
Languages.
Just making sure you only rolled 1 as well. Yeah, cool.
Oh, did I?
No, yeah, you did.
For languages, I need a 7, and I rolled a 12, so that's
Nice.
that'll go up. And then knives, I have a 13, although that would have rolled at a disadvantage, I think.
Yeah, I think your first dice is rolled a 2 and a 15. 2 was the first roll, unfortunately.
Oh, they're both. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's languages went up.
Cool. Mallory.
Woohoo! Let's see. Going for healing. And... Yes, success.
You've got to get
And then-
higher, unfortunately. It's not meets
Oh,
beats.
sorry.
You do
Where is
have...
it? Oh, sorry. My chat jumped. So I was looking at an old one. Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, no healing. I did massively fail on hunting and fishing, so that gives me a chance to roll. Is it? Am I
Yeah.
rolling with a boon of some sort?
I'll just take the first dice. Don't worry, that's fine.
Hang on, let me just roll.
Because if you've got a condition, it might affect your skill.
Ah,
dice.
true. Okay, let me just try rolling. Dice. Oi,
Nice.
that's one.
Nice.
Yes.
What,
Okay.
what does that one go up to?
That was hunting and fishing for my massive fail.
Oh, yeah, okay,
the
cool.
bore into the wall.
The magazine.
Okay, languages. And my thing for that was 7. Yes, so that's another one.
Nice.
Bows, which maybe I'll get in if I can get over 17. Come on.
Not this time.
Not today. Okay. And then
So you're quite close to possibly getting a heroic ability there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and 16 for knives. Damn it. Okay. That's all right.
Everyone's just getting 1 today. How about Wilgus? You got 2? Okay, nice.
Wilgus will go for knives. Scheiße. And then go for evade. Guten Tag. That's it.
That's okay. Don't worry, because you'll all be dead next week anyway. So that's fine.
Yeah. That's fine.
Digestion intolerance.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of damage. You guys rolled really well for damage against this creature as well.
Phew.
So just keep doing that for another couple
Put
of
some more
rounds.
scar tissue on top of its scar tissue.
Yeah.
It'll give me comfort in my dying moments.
It's not over. It's not over yet. We'll see how it goes. Adam, you've got next week. You're unable to make it. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm down in Dunedin, I'm afraid.
Okay, we can talk about what that looks like for the week. And we'll...
Quite grey. A lot of slopes.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything else to mention before we call it a night? Thanks for playing. Hey, thanks.
Hey.
DMing.
Free League. Yeah.
What was that, Adam?
I said thanks for DMing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, Free League. Woo! We gave away our 3 copies, which is great. So now we don't have to mention them ever again.
Boo, Free League.
I ended up buying this. I don't know if that shows up very well.
What is that?
Twilight
Oh,
2000 Urban Operations.
What? Urban Operation.
Urban Operations. Oh, fuck it, never mind.
For what?
For Twilight 2000, that's what it said.
Okay, I'm sorry, it was all green screened out the whole time.
Nice, there you go. You
Okay.
see that now? It's very
Twilight
cool.
Operation.
All right, we'll be back next week. Come say hi on our Discord if you like what we did. Minnow Deer says thank you. First time chat. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. If you want to support us, just subscribe on YouTube or something, or follow us here. Do any of the free things, or if you want to help us buy more things like green screened out boxes of stuff, we've got a Patreon as well that you can help us afford those things with and support us that way, because every single dollar that we get in through Patreon comes back to the stream in some way. So yeah, I don't know
Mostly Reagan's personal game collection, it seems. But,
I mean, I'll lend it to anyone on the getting
that's
Dicey
so nice
team.
of you.
Yeah. Yeah, rent it. I'll rent it out to
The substantial
$7 overnight.
yeah.
$5 for 3 days. I always go for $7 overnight.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Except for Adam,
release.
who will be in Dunedin. I still think we'd find a way for you to play from Dunedin, I reckon, Adam.
They don't have internet down there.
Oh, okay, I didn't think that. All right, good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Cheerio.